Jumping into the S&P, I do want to shout out to a member of my group, admin. His name's Cody, and absolutely killing it. Now, I talked about buying it down here. You guys were here. That might have been a Sunday stream or a Monday stream. I talked about the dip buy. Didn't really care for this zone, but I like this one. We dropped all the way down, tagged that. Forgive me, I can't remember if I said that on Sunday's live stream or if it was Monday with the group. Anyway, bounced clean out of that. Like, man, slaughtered the Bears. Came back, kind of just retested that zone. Full send up. Barely even, there was, 4 sellers at this zone right here. Literally, an hourly candle was red. So that right there should have just kind of been your cue. We're probably about to get the continuation. And we did. And here is all-time highs. We are literally this far from it. I want to shout out to a few in the group because they tried their hand at some 0 days. Now, there's been a few in the group that do 0 days. And we usually tell them, don't do that. That's kind of dumb. And it really is. But they nailed this one. Low risk kind of trade. Risk and capital. It's either going to make money or not. So they did. I know they wish that they would have held, but still they made 400% on that play. I was not a part of that because I'm just not cool. Too cool for school. There's a joke in there somewhere. I'm not going to make it, but there's something in there. That being said, shout out to him, because if you followed him today, he's been doing this for a while. He watches a lot of flow, really keeps up on that, and saw this pop up as far as options flow. It was an odd one out. Someone else was putting some money in there, so matched up with the charts. It aligned. They played the trend as basic as it could get. 400% on that play. I did like seeing that, especially because it wasn't just one person doing it. So I did like that play. I like seeing that in the chat a lot. As of right now, it wouldn't surprise me if tomorrow is a take profit Friday. Maybe. I'm sure we checked that box. I'm sure we checked the all-time highs box, maybe in overnight. The report comes out 1 hour before, and that's the red excuse. Take profit Friday, we're down here. Honestly, if it drops down to that zone, I would just go long over the weekend. So watch out for that. I'm not usually very active on Fridays. It's just not a day that I trade. And again, guys, if you don't know my whole story, in the beginning, I used to just physically, with a red and green marker, color in my days on a hanging wall calendar. And I would do it for a while, and after a couple months, I had noticed there was more red than green on Friday. Things just kind of trade differently for me. Characteristically, things do trade. I mean, I like to follow big money. I'm not on the smaller time frames. Hedge funds, they're 1 foot out the door. They're ready for the weekend, and I think that's why. So I just kind of quit trading. Friday for me is a management day. If anything, if I see the opportunity, I might go short if the trend is down. And even then, it's tough because I'll go short if it tags out. It tags out. I'm not gonna beat that dead horse all the way down. Expected moves. We are not anywhere close. We dropped down, hit that expected move. Now, we did talk about this on Sunday. Reined it right back in. Brought it almost all the way up. That'd be pretty impressive if tomorrow we had a green report. Full send right at that 653 mark. Who does? I think he just got lucky. He's been getting lucky a bit. I've been called lucky for, over a decade now. As far as the NASDAQ goes, actually incredibly sideways. I know this is the hourly, but talk about taking some time off the clock. If you were in any dated QQQ anything, your leaps just got theta burned. That's got to just look like, I don't want to call it road rash. What's that, Indian rug burn where you just twist someone's hand like that? That's what we called it as a kid. I don't know if what I just said means anything. Please don't cancel me. Anyway, that's probably what your options contracts are doing right now. On the smaller time frame stuff, you can still quite a bit of movement for traders, but largely sideways. Just surprising to see some violent dips, but still being held up. I want to come back to this. There's something I'm going to look at here in a little bit, and I already know what it looks like on the S&P. I want to compare it to the NASDAQ. Nothing here. All right, Grandpa Dow, full send. Just sent it above that zone. Finally made its way back. We bounced just shy of it here. Full send. At that point, I would be looking to maybe tighten some things up. If it pulls back and makes a higher low, honestly, I would keep an eye out. We're going to speed bump zone it up right here. If it were to make a higher low, that's where I would be watching it from. So we tag that yellow zone, pull back to here. That would be the dip buy. I tried going on Reddit to see what how many times I've been mentioned, and somebody said the strategy itself was hard to understand. So I want to bring up that comment in general. Not a lot of Reddit posts about me. But it's not just the zone, it's how we get to it, okay? There's a lot of data involved. Hang on, don't let Jojo up. Squeeze out. Sorry, my kids are jumping in. Hey, you did it. Get her out of the way. Squeeze through there. Jojo, come here. Go. Go, please. There we go. Sorry. Dogs, kids. It's pandemonium. Anyway, I'm gonna try to word a better video about that later to help you guys follow along. For everyone that's just here on YouTube and that's it, this is probably a little bit more advanced. So I'm trying to connect the dots for you guys. Anyway, looking at that, I think it looks good. Absolutely nothing for the week. Dropped down, came back up right where we started. I would expect the bullish continuation on the Dow. Same with the Russell. Just dropped down, tag that zone, pushing right back up. I would just look for sellers right here at this 2400 mark. What's up, Ryan? Says, glad to catch a live stream. It's been a while since I've seen your name. Case says, come join our school community. It's the cool kind. Not a lot of quiet kids in there, you know what I'm saying?